Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. I'm on location again, so I appreciate you guys sticking around while I'm working with a limited studio, which actually means I am in my fiance's younger brother's room in northern Kentucky. That's where we are. I'm here for a wedding. A couple quick videos, and I got to go do the cha-cha slide. That's what we do here in Kentucky at weddings. The cha-cha. 2 hops this time. Just hit that like button. Okay, let's get into it. The Next Bachelor has been... So Reality Steve mentioned this a few days ago, that they're going to actually have back-to-back Bachelor seasons in 2022, much like they had back-to-back Bachelorette seasons in 2021. So the question is, who's going to be the next Bachelor? We know there's going to be a Bachelor coming from Michelle's season. This is the Bachelor that's after that. And some are saying it's a fan favorite, and others are wondering who that might be. So I'm going to share one source that I have that tells me who's going to be the next Bachelor. I think you guys are going to like this. I got this message from somebody. Word on the street here is that our second Bachelor will be blank. I have sources here in blank. He will film here and then in blank. Heads up. So are you guys ready to find this out? Would you like to know who the next Bachelor is? Do me a favor, subscribe to this video and hit the like button for all Bachelor Nation news updates. And let's get right into it. If you don't want this spoiler, now would be an appropriate time to click away. Again, this is coming from one source. So this isn't something that's been completely vetted. This is one person saying, here are the receipts that tell us that this will be the next Bachelor. In 3, 2, 1. No, I'm kidding. Not Blake. It's not Blake. The next Bachelor is, I just gave it away right there, Michael A. Again, this is just a rumor from one source. I don't have the receipts from production, but I will tell you what they said. He's best friends with someone in our inner circle. She said it's a done deal, that he basically told them he turned down initially, but they were willing to work with having filming take place in the Akron and Chicago area, which is where he has his family and his son, James. I definitely trust this source, and then they gave me reasons to why they trust the source. They spend time, they know the source very closely that is saying that it will be Michael A. as the second Bachelor lead of 2022. We don't need to get into who the first one is. We've already reported it. We've talked about it. This is already a fan favorite. As we know, Michael self-eliminated from Katie Thurston's season of The Bachelorette, citing the need to be with his son. If you aren't familiar with the story, it is a tragic tale where Michael's wife beat cancer and then after having beat cancer the first time, found out she had it again and didn't survive that second time. So Michael has dealt with tragedy. He knows what it's like to be a father, and he just oozes sincerity on the screen. I mean, you could say, oh, we want Andrew S., or we want Mike Johnson. You could say all these other people. That would be great, but no one can take away how wholesome a season with Michael would be. Now, of course, there have been some people that have, thought Michael's thirsty because he's commented on people's Instagrams. And raise your hand if you've never, you know what I mean? So we'll read a little bit about Michael here, because it was rumored he would be the Bachelor just months ago. This was from September. Bachelorette alum Michael A. says he doesn't know why he wasn't picked to be season 26 Bachelor. Bachelor Nation was surprised when news broke that one of Michelle Young's suitors, who fans won't meet until October, would be the next Bachelor, and it seems Michael was taken aback too. While answering fan questions on Sunday, September 19th, on his Instagram stories, he hinted that he was down to be the season 26 lead. When asked why he isn't the next Bachelor, Michael paused before replying, I don't know. He then sent love to new Bachelor Clayton without naming names, adding, but I'm sure the next one is going to be a really good one. Honestly, never questioned whether or not I'd regret going on Katie's season, he said while answering a question about regrets. I made a lot of good friends. Katie's awesome and honestly would do it a million times over again. after he quit the competition because he felt his son James needed him at home. Some viewers went hoping he would get a chance to hand out roses. During an appearance on Nick Viall earlier this month, Michael, whose wife died in 2019, claimed that he was approached to be the season 26 star. There have been discussions, no decisions have been made. I had reservations being a contestant. Those are even heightened when you're the lead. Obviously, there's, a lot of shiny things that come with the lead, but sometimes not everything that shimmers is gold here. My son, my lifestyle, what do I want about after this? Am I ready to introduce my son to random people that he doesn't know? Maybe, I don't know. I love that quote. Not everything that shimmers is gold here. Clearly showing that what comes with the celebrity in the role also comes with a lot of turmoil and pressure and adversity. Put on your family. Put on people. Put on his late wife's family. He's mentioned he's still in good communication with his late wife. I mean, it's one thing to see a relationship end because of divorce. You look at Katie and Blake; they'll both be okay. Obviously, they didn't get divorced; they never got married. They'll both be okay. But for a relationship to end because of something tragic like the big C word, it really makes you. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine what Michael's gone through. We've watched some of his videos that literally have left me. I get goosebumps thinking about it. Every single time I've watched content regarding Michael and his relationship with his wife who passed away, it's heartbreaking. We watched her ring the bell, which is something you do when you're going into like full remission, when you've recovered. They got through hell and back as a couple. And then even after all of that, the big C word came back and took her life. And now he's forced to sort of grapple with this life post such tragedy, which obviously if it bleeds, it leads. It makes a great storyline for Bachelor producers. But we just ask that they really get this right. And if they're willing to really get this right and cast some amazing stepmom energy, then we're on board. We'll have to see if this is actually what happens. Of course, as we know, whenever they confirm a lead or whenever friends or family think so-and-so is going to be the lead, Greg Grippo, whoever it might be, they do this with multiple people. They get a handful of people they offer it to. We know in the past they were considering Blake Horstman, Colton Underwood, Jason Tartick, all from the same seasons. So in the past, they've given it to Kayla and then taken it back, where she thought she was the lead. They were filming packages. So this could go in different directions. We're really not sure. Let's see what our final article. Here's what it would take for Bachelorette's Michael to agree to be the next Bachelor. And of course, as he mentioned here, let's see, 3 things. I'm not going to play the podcast here, but having the family, and it's not just about being able to move his son around. His son's got a good relationship with his late wife's family, and they're not all going to move to California or New York or wherever it may be. Although Chicago and Akron, if you can have the Midwest, that's not too far away. If Chicago's like their main hub, I think my season would be very different, and I'm not sure what that even looks like. But if it was this season or next season or whatever, James would have to be with me. He tells Stephanie, revealing his obvious deal breaker since he left a chance at a relationship with Katie because he felt he had already spent too much time away from his 4-year-old son. I would have to have cast that are actually willing to jump into this role. The casting question is an interesting one since the Bachelor franchise has put out a casting notice calling for bachelorettes, single moms, and divorcees. The very specific notice is something a lot of people think is telling that Michael is in serious consideration to be the next Bachelor. So we'll have to see how it all goes down. But of course, as we can report here with just a source, again, take it for what it's worth. Anybody could have messaged me this, but it is a source saying that Michael A. will be the second Bachelor of 2022. So if you are a lady out there who wants to date Michael A. and maybe move to Akron, Ohio, or lives in the greater Midwest area, by all means, shoot your shot and get in touch with the Bachelor producers. All right, more content coming your way. The next video coming after this is the absolutely insane quote coming from Ari saying he's getting a vasectomy because he doesn't have Postmates at his vacation home in Hawaii. You're not going to believe that video. It's already got me scratching my head. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye now.